All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to get to the Create a Play in our Monroe Eagles flag football webpage. So what we do is we go over to classwork. You're going to see the Create a Play subject line. You're going to click on website to create a play, and then click on the link right here. You'll then notice that there are a whole bunch of different colors or offensive players that you can have here on the left. Quarterback marked with QB in the black circle. We have some symbols over here on this side, and we'll just call them defenders. Ideally, your defenders want to be all the same. For this video, I'll be choosing the triangles as the defenders because I think that shape is easiest to see in contrast to the circles. So let's say that we want to add a couple offensive linemen. We click at the color, and then we drag it to where we want them to go. So I'm going to have a center in yellow, a left tackle in red, and a right tackle in blue. And then let's say that we want to have a couple of receivers. So I'm going to have one receiver in green out to the left, another receiver in orange out to the left, and another receiver in blue out on the right. And we'll just add some matchup defenders on each position. So we have a defensive end, defensive tackle, another defensive end, and then a couple defensive backs. Just bear with me here as I start clicking and dragging these guys onto the field. And we'll throw one quarterback spy out in the 8 to 10 yards back. So you'll notice too, our field does have 5-yard increments. It's not the most accurate because right now it shows that these guys are 5 yards long, about 15 feet. So that would not work. You can add a football to that quarterback to start. If you scroll down to the bottom, you're going to notice that there's different line types that you can do. We have, you can do straight lines, you can do wavy lines. It's totally up to you. We have different routes. We have the solid lines. We have the dotted lines. You can do whatever your preference is. We could have different blocking route schemes. So we have the solid lines and the dotted lines as well. Or you can just simply have the lines in either way. And you can change the colors of those lines too. So in this play right here that I'm going to be making, it's going to be a drop back pass. And it's going to have the quarterback rolling out to his right. So I'm going to have this left tackle swing block over here. We'll have our center drop back, our right tackle drop back, so that we can defend against the triangle defenders. My first receiver is going to take one step in to draw into the defenders, and then he's going to break deep, hopefully finding some open space down on that end. My inside route is going to be running a deep post, and my out route is going to run a shallow slant underneath the orange receiver right down that 10 to 12 yard line. My quarterback is then going to be rolling out to his right, and then hopefully find an open defender or an open offensive player for a successful play. So what you're going to do now, you don't need to click save a play or anything, but you guys can obviously mess around with this. Like let's say that I don't want this throw to happen. You can press undo, and then maybe I want to throw it to this guy, ideally. Undo, and then obviously you don't even need to say where you want that to be thrown. You can just keep your play as simple as this. And you can mark up where the defenders are probably going to go, but I think that just messes up the play a little bit. So then on your keyboard, on the top right next to the insert and delete button, near the power button, there's a print screen button. If you just click that one time, that now copies and pastes this entire screen that you've created. And now let's say I want to add this play to our virtual playbook. I would click back on our class tab. I go to our create a play subject, click on the virtual playbook, and click on that icon right there. You'll see that there's already a couple plays in there. And what I want you to do is in this section on the right, you can click on your own little box here, and you can press either Control V or right click, paste, and that'll copy and paste everything that was in your image. And now I'm sharing a separate screen, so that's why this guy is here. Hopefully that won't be there for you guys. And then if you really want to get good with it, you can crop out everything that is not the play, so we could have as much visual on the play that you've created as possible. And obviously you can make it a little bit larger too. And you can then name it and say, I don't know, the eagle has landed, Mr. Lalonde. Hopefully that helps you guys out in creating a play and then posting it into our virtual playbook. And if you got any questions, let me know. My email address is daniel.lalonde jr@cusd200.org. Thanks. Hope you guys enjoyed my videos and looking forward to seeing you out on the gridiron.